The following program was paid for by Southern American Media. Fox 30 WGBC invites you to the talk of all the towns in East Mississippi and West Alabama. Welcome to Mornings with Scotty Ray and Candace.
Well, the sun's coming up, and the Neshoba County Fair is starting. It is Meridian Day there.
It is. It's going to be exciting today.
It is.
Mm-hmm. A lot of political speakers, I'm sure.
It will be. Mm-hmm. Maybe you'll learn something or two while you're there at the Neshoba County Fair.
Yeah. I like how you put Candace has entered the building.
Well, you just barely made it, so I thought I'd let everybody know that it's safe to drive again.
Yeah. Look, I said this morning, I was telling somebody, I said, I'm like Kramer on Seinfeld. I'd like rush in the door real quick.
So
sometimes.
I have to ask this. I'm just going to ask this.
Okay.
School has not started,
No.
and you're already late, and you will have to go to school. How will you ever make it here?
I'll make it.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I'll make it happen. I will. Yeah.
I'll
I'll make it. I'll just have to get up a little bit earlier.
I'm one of those of I got to be there early. I can't have that. I don't like the feeling of I'm going to be late. The anxiety that is involved in that. I can't handle that.
I know.
And then even still things will happen that it is unexpected while you're in your routes.
Yeah. I could, though, get up. Now, I really could make it really early. I'd just stick a ball cap on my head and leave the makeup off
okay.
and scare everybody.
Come on over.
And I'll just be right here on time.
Come on, girl.
Yeah.
It is Wednesday. We're so glad that you joined us, as she does have the makeup on. She's
do.
ready for today.
I like to call it my war paint.
Your war paint. A fire was reported earlier this morning. The Meridian Fire Department got out early. They put this out. No one was hurt, thank heavens. This would be, let me pull this up where you can see this. This was on C Street earlier this morning. They responded, put that out pretty quick there. No one was hurt, thank heavens. Again, those guys do a lot for our community that most of us just really don't know about.
Yeah.
You'll hear that siren in the background and think, ain't much to that. But it is. They're out there trying to save your house and all.
That's right. Each and every day.
They are. As I did get a report overnight, I haven't gotten details from the Meridian Police Department what all is involved in this, but in the 32nd Avenue, the 3500 block last night, I got a report that maybe a car was taken from somebody. That would make it a strong arm robbery. Now, a lot of times with this, we'll find out hours later that, well, the individual were best friends with them. It was just really an argument, and they drove off in their car. But it, at this point stands if somebody took it. Hopefully we'll get the answer to this later on from the Meridian Police Department. So we'll pass that along once we do know the outcome of that.
Quite a lot of that lately.
It is. Getting a lot of pictures in this morning that we'll be posting here in a little bit. Orange Beach sending in pictures. Also tons of pictures from the Neshoba County Fair. So if you've got one, we'd love to see that as well to share to everybody.
I think my son has been going up there.
It's fun.
Yeah.
It truly
All
is.
the concerts and stuff they have. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've been. I would like to go back. But
Jenny McKee watching us there from Philadelphia, A. Good morning, Miss Winnie there. I bumped into your son yesterday, Miss Winnie.
good morning, Sasheen Morgan.
What is she doing?
She's up and at 'em this morning, taking pictures of the sunrise. She sent me one this morning.
Oh, did she?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all share sunrises?
Yeah, well, I'm big with taking pictures,
Yeah.
like on the lake and stuff. And so we've been taking some pictures and sharing them back and forth.
Any good ones?
Yeah, some really
And you
good
sent me
ones.
some that were really good ones.
Yeah.
It's always
you
just
had
it's
'em
a
up the other day.
moment captured in time.
I know.
And sometimes you get that picture that just is beyond words.
I know. Yeah. You do. The sunsets are the best, though. I got some pretty ones last night. And you get the best ones, really, right at almost dark.
Are you really just practicing to be a private detective where you start
Probably.
going?
Yeah, I already do that, Scotty Ray, you know. I'm incognito. You know, yeah, I'll have my ball cap and my no makeup on. You won't know who I am.
Rob. We mentioned yesterday morning that it was just a shot, and I talked about this morning at 6:30 when we went live. But it turns out it was more than that yesterday, as we found out. I mentioned there was a shot. One shot was all that was reported to me that someone heard on 36th Avenue. Well, it ended up being not the case. It would be later in the day yesterday before I finally got details on this. But as we share this, it was a drive-by shooting in Meridian.
Oh, goodness.
Anybody shocked? Knocked me down with a feather here.
Yeah.
But it was the 36th Avenue area in the 3000 block. A house, 2 cars were shot up. And they went by just like that. No one was injured,
Right.
but still we had a drive-by shooting.
So we do think there was a target or somebody just randomly going by.
Yeah, you know, in the past
Well, I
it's
think
all
I'll shoot
been
up some stuff today.
it's been targeted. They know who they're sending a message to, but
Yeah.
I don't know the 100%. I hadn't gotten a police report on that part of that, but I think they knew who they were sending a message to? I do.
Yeah. I'm going to go out on a limb and
Going
say
out
all
there.
these people going around shooting all day and, into the evening. You might not have a job. I don't know if you got one or not, but go get a job.
That may be their job, though.
Yeah.
You know what I mean by that?
Well, get a better one. Yeah.
We had another argument in Meridian, and you hate to see this. I referenced that. I spoke with Bill Smith a little bit ago in an interview, and we were talking about what the police have to go through every day.
Yeah.
And one of the worst things that a police officer can get, and it sounds so, well, there's not much to it, but there really is. When it's a domestic argument happens, that's how Officer Kroom lost his life. And then the young lady from 1985 who was a police officer who lost her life, all due to domestic disputes. We had an argument yesterday. The police went on out. Husband stabbed his wife. About right here. I think she's going to be okay, but there's no excuse for that as we pull this up where you can get a look at this. This will be over around 63rd place. This is Old Highway 80. This is down in this area right here. It's Queen City Truck Stop. Okay. If you were to take a right and go up here, here's that four-way stop before you go back to Highway 19 up to where Lee's Donuts is. This is what this road is.
Past the John Moss Field.
Yeah. This right here takes you right out to Highway 19, about where the murders took place there at that gas station where the two people were killed. Right there at that red light by there. But had an argument, just reached on out and got her with a knife.
So this would be kind of Oakland Heights area.
Yes.
Okay.
Actually, it was Oakland Garden Circle, I think, where it took place.
Okay.
I don't know what the answer is. A police officer has to be so well schooled in so many subjects of de-escalating an argument. Yeah. You know, I'd be up in there arguing with them. What do you think you're doing? And make it worse.
Yeah. If you think you might kill your spouse,
jeez,
it might be best to end that relationship.
Don't be fighting like that.
Yeah.
It's not worth it. Hey, we had a gas line struck yesterday. It was out. They were doing construction work there behind Outback there in the parking lot. Struck. Atmos Gas came. They turned it off real quick. But always we like to let you know what's going on there. Everything turned out okay.
That's good.
In that case also. I bring this up a lot. I want you, if you've never visited, let me pull this up. Let me find my sheet here. If you've never visited this before, each county that is around us, we post on our website all the police reports, whether it's Kemper County, Newton County, we've got Clark County, every county around us we got. Here's the Meridian Police Department. Visit it. Take a look, and it shows you by date when it was done, who was arrested, what the crime is there, and then you get into the incident reports here. You ever just look back at how many robberies there are? Sometimes I get them sent in to me, not all the time, but on the 22nd, this would have been last week. We got this report yesterday. 1700 block of Jimmy Rodgers Parkway. A victim stated he was held at gunpoint and his wallet taken. Anybody know about that?
I didn't know about it until you have it up here.
542.
Unless you read these, that you wouldn't know.
July the 24th. Today is the 23 days ago on the 24th at 5:42 in the afternoon. That's right around 6. Armed robbery. 3100 block of 8th Street. The victim stated he was threatened with a gun, and his firearm and all his personal items were taken. Now, the list goes on and on. Here's another one that happened there. A commercial burglary, stolen vehicles, auto burglaries. Look at this. A home was broken into in the 1900 block of 37th Avenue. A good way to keep up with it, and we post all of these and we get it out as soon as it happens when we get the information. Try to be right there on target so you'll know what's going on in and around our area. It's always good to be informative of what's happening.
Right.
Any area that you go through. So check those out. You can find that at sammedia.network is how you'll get to that.
You might want to avoid some of those areas where it happens a good bit.
Now, as I spoke with the sheriff over Newton County, Jody Pennington, yesterday, we've had a school bus that was borrowed. And when I say borrowed, they did not ask permission, so that's stolen. Yeah. As we pull up here, here's a report from there at Sam Media. Samuel Puckett has been arrested. And again, you're innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. But the Newton County Sheriff's Department made an arrest in the theft of a school bus. It was taken from the Conahatta area off of 489. $10,000 bond has been posted on that. Can't be taking school buses without permission.
That's right.
Normally, you have to be an employee. Thinking outside the box.
Yeah, I would think so. Yeah, if you don't drive the school bus, you might want to leave it alone.
Boy.
Or if you don't ride it.
So a few of the things, we got a lot more to talk about that's going on in our little community. And as always, we urge each and every one of you that watch on television or if you watch online to communicate with us. Let us know what's going on.
That's right. We always love your comments and like to tell you good morning. We have a lot of good mornings this morning.
Oh, Jessica's up. Jessica Davis down on 8th Street this morning.
Yeah, Wallace Skipper, good morning. Jennifer Clark, LaWanda Grantham, good morning to y'all. Hope y'all are having a great one.
So much happening today. Don't run off. We got more on the way with Scotty Ray and Candace.
Those who appreciate the rewards of working hard and getting the job done right should know that Paris Tractor is now hiring. If you'd like to join the team that proudly represents the most dependable equipment in America, there's never been a better time. Paris Tractor in Meridian is hiring service technicians to add on to our growing team with a sign-on bonus. At Paris Tractor, we put our people first because we are more than a tractor store. Apply on our website under careers at paristractor.com.
The Precast Group, offering you the best selection when it comes to a storm shelter. Located on 145 South in Meridian, where they offer above-ground shelters that can be installed in your home as you're built-in, are conveniently located right outside your home if it's already built. They also offer storm shelters that can be installed in a slight bank or on flat ground. Protect your family today with a very affordable storm shelter from the Precast Group. Highway 145 South, 601-482-0003. The Precast Group. You know, that's one of those products you don't think about much until you need it. Yes, a storm shelter is wonderful. Talk to them. They'll tell you more about having a storm shelter. What were you giggling about? What did you see?
I was just watching Denise Burnside. She said she was almost involved in a crime yesterday.
What was it?
The waitress at Waffle House gave her a senior citizens discount.
I've had that happen. I went in, what was it, Popeyes about 4 years ago, and I got a discount. Then I wanted it from then on.
Yeah. I think in this day and time, any kind of discount's good. I'd just be saying, yeah, give it bring it on.
You know, and that's one of the headlines across America today, to where it has really turned out to where Americans are not in stores as much. And Walmart nationwide has slashed prices to get rid of inventory because it's such an overload of it, to where people had to make a decision of, do I buy extra outfit this week or do I pay for the gas to go to work?
I've seen it. Now the groceries, they're not being, the price is lowered on those too much. But like apparel, like clothing at Walmart, the other day it was something that was regular like $19. They had it for $7. I mean, they're slashing it, trying to get rid of it.
Are you one of those that go? They've got an aisle set up somewhere to where it's the markdown aisle. Do you go to it?
I have been down the markdown aisle.
Somebody was telling me this week
about. I like
about
a bargain now. I mean, I love a bargain. Mm-hmm.
And I haven't been to those stores that
like TJ Maxx.
Yeah, I don't go many. I don't shop much. Let's just be honest with you. My wife does most of everything.
Yeah. Well, I'm not as far as clothing goes, a big spender. I'm a thrifty shopper. Like, I'll get the most I can for my money.
So you like
I'm not one of those
size,
that goes and buys a shirt.
Do you
for
buy a bigger
$100.
size so you'll grow into it?
Yeah. That's what
I thought you meant by that.
Yeah, but
you know that as a kid, your mama did do that. Mm-hmm. My mama used to do that. Here, you get this extra size. Well, they'll fit. Doesn't matter. Wear it.
It was on sale.
Yeah.
Hush and wear it. Yeah. But I do like a bargain, though. I do. And like TJ Maxx, the different, stores that you can buy stuff.
Now you done gone and made me think of that Dolly Parton song, The Bargain Store's Open, Come On In. Mm-hmm. She was talking about her heart broken and she had a bargain sale on her heart.
Oh, yeah.
Y'all aren't into this as much
Sweet
as I
Dolly.
am.
Yeah.
Sad news is we go to Leake County, Mississippi, which is north of the Meridian area. As we go up, this would be Neshoba County sits here. Mm-hmm. It'd be just west of there. A 9-year-old child has lost his life in a 4-wheeler accident.
I saw this, and that is just horrible, horrible. I can't even imagine as a parent going through that. So
we send out condolences. They haven't, at this point, they haven't released the names. It doesn't matter. We still pray for them,
yes,
regardless of the situation. And then another horrific wreck in the state of Mississippi. You remember we had over the weekend Jasper County, to where that family from Texas was killed.
Yes.
The father and 2 children. We've had a fatal wreck in Copiah County. As we look at this, 3 people were also killed in this 18-wheeler head-on collision on Highway 28. Again, that's in Copiah County.
That's awful. Goodness. Talking about like 4-wheelers and stuff, there's a lot of kids that ride 4-wheelers and stuff, and it can happen so fast. Like, they can turn over, or, and if they don't, most people don't wear a helmet. A lot of people don't. They just jump on there and ride. And it's just really scary.
I'm going to tell you something. If you don't think it won't happen to you, this was about 3 or 4 years ago. I'm not saying it's my fault, but I might have put a little bit too much corn
I remember that.
on the back of a four-wheeler, and I went up a hill, and I was going up it, and I knew it was coming. The front end started rising, and the next thing, it flips over. Well, it throws me off, and I'm laying there, and I thought, well, poof, boy, thank goodness. And then here come the four-wheeler. And it hit me upside the head and then landed on top of me.
And you're in the middle of nowhere,
Yeah,
right?
by myself. It hurt bad. So I was able to get a cell phone. I called a friend of mine and said, look, if I don't make it out, this is what just happened. And it took me 30 minutes. Gas started pouring out of it on my leg.
Gosh.
And I finally got out from under it. But it took me 30 minutes to get to my senses as to where I was. It can happen just like that.
That's so scary.
You can come in
I
late
remember
at
that.
home, get hit with a frying pan. Same thing. You'd be senseless for 30 minutes or so.
Yeah. I mean, how many people, though, that hunt and stuff like that go off by themselves like that and do
They
that
do.
all the time? You know, anything can happen. And children being on stuff like, I know we got other stories to get to, but years ago, I knew someone who, a family member, it was a child, had gone and stayed at somebody else's house and jumped on a four-wheeler and didn't know how to operate it really, but they let him on it.
Yeah.
And they mashed the gas and it just took off. And I guess just in that split moment, he didn't know what to do, and he didn't know to let off the gas.
Panic.
Had a wreck and was hurt really bad. So that's a scary thing. Don't let kids get on it or inexperienced.
Debbie Gabriel says, I hit my head. That kind of explains a lot. I agree with you.
Yeah, I remember that. That was scary.
I limped around there for.
Angie talking about it too.
Tell you, I limped. The big rump row of yesterday. We found out that one of the stars of Leave It to Beaver, Walley, had passed away. A few hours later, we get a memo that goes, "Wait a minute, hold up, he's not dead."
That's right.
Somebody got trigger happy with the publicist and sent it out. He is near death, but has not. He's in hospice in bad shape.
Yeah, it was his son put a thing out saying he's in his final hours, but he had not passed yet. I guess they were just getting the story ready. I don't know.
Yeah, and they just.
But it was somebody on his
Publicity.
staff. Yeah.
To handle that. We hate that, and
that
we
was-
do know it's coming by this. It's not long, so keep that family. Things like that. Every one of you. I don't care who you are watching me. It will happen to you one day.
He has cancer, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Have your ducks in a row and be ready for everything that's going on. I want to bring this up because so many people have taken part of this. Similar to what we do, there's a guy named Joe Rogan. He's based in California. He is the #1 talk show like this in America. He's it. Everybody that's a celebrity goes to see him. He does it online, and I'm sure maybe a television station or two pick it up. But he sent out a warning yesterday, and I read this. I don't have TikTok. Do you?
I don't either. I won't get it because of things I've heard, and you know, I have everybody I know just about has it because it does have funny videos.
Right.
I mean, I've seen them on people's phones. They've shown me stuff, but yeah, I'm not ready to take that.
Joe sends this out as a warning to you. China, this is a China-based company that owns this, and he says you're giving all your data to them. As he went into yesterday's show talking about, well, what does he mean by that? And let me quote Joe on this. He says, listen to this. This is the privacy policy from TikTok. It says, we will collect certain information about the device you use to access the platform, such as your IP address. And he goes, well, that's really crazy. User agent, your mobile carrier, the time zone settings, identifiers for advertising purposes, model of your device, the device system, the network type, device IDs, your screen resolution, operating system. And it goes on to where it says that any device that connects to your home, you've also given them access to anything in your home.
Like cameras.
Your banking information.
What about your cameras
Yeah.
that are connected to your device? Are they watching you at all times? I don't know. But I did see the other day there was an analyst lady, and she was talking about the same thing, but she was talking about how they monitor your face recognition. You
Yes.
know how your phone has face recognition and you can open different apps? They monitor that. If they copy that, they can get into anything that has face recognition on your phone. Also, voice recognition, they monitor that and your whereabouts. So
It is
scary.
If you were to take over a country, this would be the most readily available. What movie was that where I can't remember the name of the movie, but it was similar to this, to where, like everybody downloads the things where you protect your computer from getting a virus, and they go, oh, we got a back door into everybody's computer worldwide, and they can see what you're doing.
Well, if you think about it too, I mean, they're kind of covering all bases. China, they're covering all bases. They've bought up land for years. They've been doing this for years, and there was a guy like 3 years ago on a video. I wish I could find it. I'm going to work on that, trying to find it. But he was saying how they have been buying up farmland out west for the longest time.
Well, Ron DeSantis released a statement this week where they bought up 190,000 acres in Florida.
Why? I mean, why would they do that?
But if you don't think the United States has enemies, and I'm not trying to get off into some weird stuff, I'm just warning you, be sure of what you download and you give people access to. There's hackers that want to take everything you got.
Anytime I've said anything about this, though, people just kind of laugh it off, like, oh, whatever.
Talking about the TikTok thing?
Yeah, the TikTok thing. Because the videos there are some very funny videos, and it is addicting from what I've been told. People, can't get off of it. And they just don't want to give that up. They think it's just, oh, whatever. But if you think about it, if somebody has access to your bank account and you have savings, you might not have it for who knows? I don't know.
It could be costly to you.
It's just scary, yeah.
But just be aware of your surroundings and don't give it to them. That's one way to look at it. Already 8:22 this morning as we get this day started. And the next big thing that's happening in the state of Mississippi is, the welfare scandal. Each day we get a little bit more information on this. As Mississippi Today, a news agency, has been on this, they're kind of like the leader on this, who broke all of this information that there was a scandal. And as we get into this, the people that were arrested, Zach knew, him and his mother, that were running this operation of this pharmaceutical and all of this. Millions of dollars that were supposed to go to Mississippians that needed help was spent. Then we started seeing word that, maybe Phil Bryant was supposed to get some stocks in this. Well, that quickly went away. He was supposed to get it the day after he left office. He stopped that after the investigation. As we learn more and more, the special prosecutor was relieved of his duties, the attorney this week. Mississippi Today broke that. He says it was because he was getting too close to home. He subpoenaed records from University of Southern Mississippi. There's a volleyball field that's been put there. Supposedly state funds built it. We don't know that. That's what they're saying. Right. Now, with this, he gets fired. He says, that's why I got rid of it. State of Mississippi comes back and says his contract was over.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mississippi Today goes, whoop, hang on just a second. There's more to this. It's a political answer to this. And they say the governor is responsible for this. Why? Political reasons. That the USM and the people that support USM is what put the governor in office, meaning votes. That alumni of that put him in the office. That was his stronghold down there. You make this go away, it makes his voters happy, which would mean re-election. Now, again, speculation at this point. Could this be true? Possibly.
So the boy and the mother were on an athletic board. That's correct. They were on an athletic board, and then they were heading up a nonprofit organization that was receiving money, and then they veered that money towards all of this stuff being. That's what I gathered in the.
It was a foundation,
right?
And they were all involved in this. Brett Favre has some type of connection with this, with USM, but they wanted it to go away. There's a lot to be. You have to read all this for yourself to sink it all in. We're just giving you the headlines of what's going on with it.
All the dots.
And it's a bunch there. And they say by Tate trying to fire this guy and get rid of him to take USM out of the spotlight, it has now made it the forefront of the story. Maybe so. This may go away. We never hear anything else about it again. But that's what's happening across the state of Mississippi.
So is Shad White looking into it?
Well, he's the one that started all of this.
Yeah, is he looking on it?
Shad starts it and then turns it over, so it's up to others at this point. He's reported how much was taken from the state. We'll follow it. It gets confusing
Shad,
if you're
is
not.
your contract? Is it?
Might be looking for a new job.
Contract ain't up soon.
Yeah, that's what we certainly hope there.
Yeah.
But we don't, by no means, do any Mississippian or anybody that's watching me from any other part of the world or of the United States, of the people that need help, they need it. And that's what that money is set aside for.
Right.
It was definitely misused. We don't have all of the information on it, but we're going to follow it and let you know.
Yes.
As we look here, somebody was mentioning that they had a kidney transplant from somebody that was involved that lost their life in an accident. Because of that, they got a kidney. I had somebody mention here, my wallet was stolen from the Dollar Tree on North Hill Street. Watch your purses.
Yeah.
People can, no matter if you're in line, can slip up behind you and reach in if you don't have it zipped. I'm not sure if that's what happened there.
Or, I mean, you can set it down and reach for your keys or something. I mean, you can't be too careful nowadays.
Have y'all seen this New York City of the kid that was arrested? And the video is out to where he was beating the police officer some kind of ferociously, attacked the police officer. He was arrested. He was out within 24 hours, attacking a police officer. Even the mayor up there saying they're the laughing stock right now. That's sad.
And then he asked the judge if he could press charges.
Yeah. Defunding the police has been giving the criminals the idea that people can do whatever they want. So far, they're winning, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a fact.
Crazy. Everything's backwards nowadays. Do y'all not agree? I mean, good's bad.
That one is just shocking
Bad's
that the prosecutor would let them even bond out for doing that. I know he's underage, 16.
Right.
But
Sounds like he needs a little beat down.
It is being a bad example there.
Yeah.
Horrible example there. Let's see. Trump. I got to give Trump the kudos of the week for the funniest thing that I think I've read. You know how Trump always claims he's the greatest. I am the greatest, kind of like the Kenny Rodgers song.
Yeah.
There's no doubt. He steps up and he says, I would be the greatest female basketball coach in America. He made the statement. He goes, why? Because I would take LeBron James and transition him into playing for the women's team. He gets his point across in a funny, funny manner. I have to give him kudos on that one. That was kind of funny there.
Yeah.
The next thought, will Trump run? It hadn't been thinned out yet. But he is lays it out there on the line. He says, all of the homeless need to be put into camps so they can be watched after. He says it's an epidemic across America. We see that in Meridian. We talked about the many people that are bumping into them where they walk out in front of things.
Right.
People don't feel safe. I don't know what's going to become of this.
I heard this morning where, even if Trump runs and wins again, that they'll still try to prosecute him for,
January 6th.
They'll keep on this merry-go-round of craziness going. So
maybe we'll get to hear
January 6th stuff.
Russia again. Russia.
It just amazes me how they can stay on that for so long. I mean, we all know that they're just trying to get him not to be able to run, but they can stay on that subject for the longest time. And meanwhile, there's all this mess going on with the Hunter Biden stuff and, where they think possibly, his dad was involved and all this mess.
They don't want to talk about that.
Oh, yeah.
Slowly it is starting to come to other media forms about that, the Hunter thing. But it's only because it's almost like there's a memo sent out of, okay, it's time for him to go away. Let's ease this out.
Yeah.
We don't know. I almost thought there for a moment they might use COVID.
Yeah.
We'll see. He still says he wants to run. Do you think that he is the man for the job, as you're paying for $5 a gallon for gasoline and your groceries are so high?
Well, I'm going to say this. COVID has messed with a lot of people's memory stuff. And if it messes with his, he might as well just go on.
You trying to say he didn't have much to begin with?
That's right. He didn't have much to lose right there. But yeah.
I'm waiting for my next popcorn story of how they went swimming. And look at the hairs on my legs.
Yeah. And what's the guy he was going to take behind the...
That was popcorn, wasn't it?
I know, but there was something else.
May have been.
Something else? I don't know.
The chain link fence. He grabbed a piece of the chain link fence. Made him sound like he was Billy Bob there.
Yeah, we got to hear about his hairy legs and... I don't know, somewhere roaches come into the
Missed that one.
Yeah, you didn't hear about it?
Missed that one.
Yeah, he was talking about his legs were hairy, and then all of a sudden there was roaches.
I didn't hear that part.
I don't know what the connection there might be, but that was kind of odd to me.
Woo, doggy is all I can say. Scotty Ray and Candace, good morning to you. It is Wednesday as we start your day with a smile, hopefully. If you're getting ready to purchase land, make sure you have it surveyed. Contact our friends at the Woodlands Group. Maybe you're selling land, dividing land up. Whatever the case is, the Woodlands Group can help you there. They handle residential and commercial clients. And again, they specialize in property line location, site plans, and a whole lot more. Maybe you have a construction project, and they have the latest equipment to make sure it's done right, including drones. Call Justin Palmer or Brandon Briggs at the Woodlands Group, Surveying Solutions. Rockhouse Gun & Pawn is having a 10-year anniversary celebration blowout. Absolutely no sales tax on used firearms. 25% off all gun cleaning and gun care accessories. And a free box of ammo with every purchase of a new Glock pistol. 50% off all pawn electronics. 50% off on pawn tools. 25% off on all jewelry. Huge markdowns throughout the store. It's the Rockhouse 10-year anniversary celebration blowout. 5430 Highway 19 North.
The Square Peg Mini Mall, located across from the Neshoba County Co-op in Philadelphia, Mississippi, is a family-owned business that promises to treat you like family. The Square Peg Mini Mall has been operating for over 10 years and boasts over 30 vendors with a rotating inventory to fit that something you're looking for. Inventory is constantly updating, so there's always a chance for a surprise when you step inside. Come visit the Square Peg Mini Mall, located on 335 West Main Street in Philadelphia, Mississippi.
Check them out as you're getting ready for the Neshoba County Fair. You're in town. The Square Peg, right across from the co-op. You can't miss them there by the railroad tracks. Philadelphia, A. Party 8:32 with Scotty Ray and Candace. As always, we'll look back on some things that happened on this day. Anybody remember the name Billy Joe McAllister? Mm-hmm. What did he do? Oh, yeah, he jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge. If y'all remember this young lady, Bobby Gentry is celebrating a birthday today. Sort of a one-hit wonder from the state of Mississippi. That song was huge.
It was.
No matter who you were, you kind of know about that. He made a movie about it. Who was the guy that played the part of Bobby Joe?
I don't know. I didn't
He was
see
big.
the movie.
Y'all know this. It was humongous there. And then years later, I figured out why he jumped off the Tallahatchie Bridge as I got older. It's like, whoa, didn't know that. Rob somebody, I think.
Why did he jump off the bridge?
I can't talk about that on
Oh,
television.
okay.
Just will not.
Okay.
We'll leave that little story to you watch the movie.
All right.
Other things that happened on this date. 1952, this would be a song, and it was big, and then it would cause another song to be written by a woman who gave the answer to the song. Number one, on this date back in 1952, The Wild Side of Life. Hank Thompson had it out there. As we look at this, it would also, years later, well, right after that, Kitty Wells would come out with It Wasn't God Who Made Honky Tonk Angels as an answer to this song. Yeah, I'm sticking with him. She should have been at home.
Yeah.
But it really made her career, that song. It wasn't God who made Honky Tonk Angels. Kitty
Deb-
Wells.
Debbie says that Bobby Gentry's related to somebody local here.
Really? I didn't know that. Rob
neat.
Benson. Robbie Benson. That's it. Ed Brown. I couldn't think of who it was. Robbie Benson played the part of him.
Okay.
But that's been many a year ago. And she did sing it. Would you pass a butter beans? I've never seen a song sang like that either. 1957, we all would learn what our signs were from this guy. Who remembers Bill? Here's your sign.
Yeah.
He was funny.
He was funny.
And
I bet he could have a heyday with all the political stuff going on right now.
Oh, absolutely. There was a bunch of them. What was it? The Blue Collar Comedy Tour?
Yeah.
That was
That
always
was
a
funny.
big hit.
That had he and Jeff Foxworthy and what was the guy that always had the cigar and the drink in his hand?
Ron
Yeah.
White.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was always seemed like he was a little bit tipsy.
Yeah, he did.
So to speak. 1985, this was big. I never watched the show as a youngster. I was always outside chasing something, doing something, but this was big back in 85. Who remembers it? Miami Vice. Big show.
That was a good show. Had the blazers.
And
That
I
was
remember
back when everybody wore a blazer with the shoulder pads, you know.
I remember in school other people dressing those parts. I was always flannel and my little look that I still have, but I know that others did that.
Yeah.
I didn't wear colorful outfits. 1990, this was the number one song. You remember it? You were probably at Temple Theater when you heard it first, if you're from my area. And he made it number one with The Dance, Garth Brooks.
That was a good song.
Definitely
Still a good song.
Definitely a guy that's done it his way. Didn't take no for an answer.
That's right.
1990, this was so big that it would even make the Beverly Hillbillies the remake 3 years later, as they done a lineup, as they arrested Jethro and the Clampetts. Zsa Zsa Gabor was arrested on this day for slapping someone in the Beverly Hills Police Department.
Can you imagine pulling her over and just her slapping you?
She did it.
I mean,
But it brought her career back also with that one slap heard around the world. She was in a downer at that point. It really boosted
there was
it.
a lot of little skits, that mimic that. Like,
Yeah.
I want to say Saturday Night Live had that big
Oh, I'm
skit.
sure.
I mean,
I'm sure they did.
yeah.
A plain T-shirt, blazer, and jeans still look sharp to me. Donna Evans
It does.
says.
I wore a blazer with a T-shirt and jeans and my cowboy boots back in the day.
JT says it was a drive-by slapping. As we'll remember, 1981, something horrible happened on this date, and from that horrible, a TV show would begin, and millions, if not thousands, if not millions, were affected by this, and so many people saved. John Walsh's son was abducted on this date. He was 6 years old. He would be found later murdered.
Yes.
From that
Which is
experience,
awful.
the dad would take it and start that show, America's Most Wanted.
Yeah.
And it ran for years.
Yeah, he definitely made it his mission to try to find these people, and put it out there, the abducted.
Yeah, so that was big. You hate to see, and I remember back on this, as we go back to 2000, this was the number one song. Two of the biggest awards I've seen all morning. Leanne Womack with her trophies.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll word it that way. I Hope You Dance was the number one song. But Nashville got greedy. This girl is country as a turnip seed. I know her. I've met her several times. She's country.
Yeah.
They tried to make her a pop singer after the success of this song. Changed her hair, tried to change her music, and you know what? It didn't work. Just kind of flopped thereafter. Let an artist be what they're going to be. She was country.
Right.
She was as close to Dolly as country as you could get, but they tried to make her the world stage of a superstar. It didn't work out.
Yeah, I don't know why. I mean, especially country stars.
Did you
Leave them
wanna-
alone. If they're country, let them be country. I
Right.
mean, I
Did you
just-
want to see the trophy again? There they are. I thought you said that.
Yeah.
Leanne Womack. She is a sweet girl. And if you've ever heard the song "I'll Think of a Reason Later," where she opens up the newspaper ad and her ex-boyfriend is married, and she just point blank says, "I'll think of a reason. I hate her, but I'll think of a
Yeah.
reason later."
So I guess she just kind of fell out of the spotlight after all that. I mean,
Yeah, it
she,
just
you
didn't
know,
click.
Yeah.
It did.
I
her
always
core
wondered what
audience-
happened.
She's
why
still
she just-
performing.
Yeah.
But Nashville tried to take it a different direction, and then usually people respond by not buying your albums.
I think it's great when somebody can stay true to their roots. They,
George Strait.
no matter,
Alan
no matter
Jackson.
what kind of success they have, and not just singers, but anybody who gets successful in anything that they do. I mean, just stay true to your roots. Remember where you came from, and because I mean, it could all be gone tomorrow. you
It
know?
can be.
So
The repo truck comes on, the suck-up truck every day and takes away those dreams.
that's right.
Don't be getting bigger than your britches. A movie eventually would be made out of this, and a man's life would be ruined, all because somebody made a mistake. As we go to Atlanta, Georgia, back in 1996. Do y'all remember the bombing that happened there at the Olympics? Centennial Park there. And this guy, Richard Jewell, was accused of it. They put him on the news, told everybody that he did it, and in the end, he did not.
Yeah.
It would be years later that Clint Eastwood would produce the movie of what that poor man went through.
That's awful, because it probably ruined his life
It did.
for a while. But yesterday we were talking about DNA and stuff.
You spreading something? What you doing?
No, we were talking about DNA, and I was thinking, like, what if somebody got a hold of the DNA and tried to frame you by saying you did something and you didn't do it? I mean, by
could
putting
be.
your DNA there, that's scary. Putting that in the wrong hands.
DNA.
Imagine if they'd have had all that back then.
Lord have
They
mercy.
could have planted it. Yeah.
2003, we would lose somebody that everybody knows. You can't help it. And I did not realize this, that this guy was not born in America. I did not realize that. When you
I
think of
didn't know that
America,
either.
this
Yeah.
is it. And I'm talking Bob Hope was passed away on this date back in 2003.
So where was he born?
I
Do we
couldn't
know?
tell you right off the top of my head. But I know it wasn't in America. He would become a citizen, but he was not born here.
Yeah, I thought he was as American as apple pie.
He did become one, but was not born here. So as we learn all of that, that's interesting. A few of the things that happened on this date, maybe we learned something together. I hope so. Let's talk about our friends over at Godwin, and they know a thing or two. What do they know? About cleaning. They can come take care of whatever your issue is, whether it's dirt, grime. they'll get your building looking new again. That's daylight and dark, so to speak. Now, they also do fleet washing. You got a bunch of cars needed at one time. Soft pressure washing. Doesn't take the paint off anything. Makes your home look better. Makes it look bright and shiny once again. 253-8262. Get on a schedule because we all get busy and you forget. You can have them come out twice a year. Maybe you need it every month, depending on what it is. Maybe it's a parking lot.
Yeah.
Roofs, they do all of that as well to put it back to the way it used to look. Makes the value of your home look great. Increases it there. Driveways, look at that. As we head back over here, windows, you get that done. Also, just as simple as this, getting that deck cleaned. Like
Looks
that.
brand new. Because that can be dangerous.
You slip and fall quickly. The latest equipment, they've got it all there for you, including drones that do washing. From scoreboards to a whole lot more. Talk to them. Godwin Cleaning Services. You're going to find them today. Drop in and visit with them there at 205-236-5121 is that Alabama number. And Mississippi, 601-253-8262.
Don't ask me no questions and purchase your tickets for the Skinner Brothers Band, a tribute to Leonard Skinner. Make the Temple Theater your sweet home on July 29th, along with local favorites Fuzzy Jones and the Roadhouse Atlanta. Call 601-693-5353 for tickets.
Spring is here, and it's time to quit spending all of your weekend cutting grass when you could step up to a Skag zero-turn mower. Freeman Tractor in Collinsville has the #1 rated zero-turn mower, Skag, with cutting widths from 36 inches to 72 inches. Skag, the #1 choice of professional landscapers because they know nothing outcuts or outlasts a Skag. 0% financing for 48 months with payments starting as low as $129 a month. Stop by Freeman Tractor on Highway 494 and see coleslaw or buttermilk.
At the Back Porch, we're bringing families back together for fun, food, and all the things you love to enjoy around your home. Every event starts with a great grill, great cookware, and accessories. Add in some locally sourced meat and dairy, along with frozen vegetables and casseroles, and over 500 brands of spices and sauces. Relax in our chairs, swings, daybeds, and have fun with our cornhole boards. From coolers to trailers, we have everything you need. When you see the big chair, you've made it to the Back Porch.
Welcome back with Scotty Ray and Candace. Already 8:43 this morning. Hope your morning is going well. You got a smile and you're off to a good start.
That's right. Time is a flying by.
It is. Maybe you've got a big schedule ahead of you today.
Janet, is it Riddle? Says, good morning from Colorado. I bet
England.
that's a beautiful country up there right now.
Got our Bob Hope answer there.
England. He was from England.
I was scared to go out on that limb and say that. I thought it, but wasn't sure.
Yes.
Candace Cameron, are you familiar with her?
Uh-huh.
I don't know this young lady, but apparently she's an up-and-coming star that has accused her JoJo
Siwa? Something? Yeah,
she said that she was the ugliest person she's ever met in person. And it all stems from when she was 11, she wouldn't sign an autograph. There's a lot of flack on this, making national headlines.
Oh, my goodness. I can't imagine her being rude. She seems so nice, but, I guess people can fool you.
And they can. I called out Minnie McCready, and she just happened to be in town that day. I was still right. We went to lunch and I think made up. But she totally ignored me in the elevator, and I said hello.
Really?
Who made you mad today?
If I seem rude to anybody, I don't
All
mean to.
the time. I see
don't
it.
mean to. I just maybe if my mind is wandering somewhere else and I don't, I always try to be nice. But
She has those little Joe moments, y'all. As we look around some other stories that are happening across America, most Americans, they're saying, have little to no savings put up with all these hard times that have happened, and it's really hurting the economy, and especially those retirement programs there.
they're probably dipping on into it, trying to just make ends meet. It's crazy.
Now, another concern that we have is this monkeypox thing. It has reached 3,500 nationwide cases. That's a lot.
Yeah.
We saw the first case of that announced in the state of Mississippi also this week. COVID is on the rise. We're back to, in the last 3 days,
3,000 plus possible people have COVID.
it's jumping. Y'all just
Yes.
wash your hands, be careful what you do, and be aware of that. Somebody sneezing, go sit somewhere else to sit.
Yeah, I've heard that the hand washing, we've said that before though. The hand washing is the key to try to wash your hands, sanitize your hands.
Hey, do you remember Brandon Frazier? You remember that guy? Let me show his picture here. You remember him? Yeah, he's making a comeback. We haven't seen much of him lately, but he has really had to change his look for his new movie that he's going to be in. And let me show you
goodness.
this. It's a story about somebody that's overweight, and he put on the weight for the role. Look at this. That is, he doesn't even look like the same guy.
Goodness.
Coming to theaters there.
Oh, goodness. That, like, he...
George
of
the Jungle.
Yeah.
They eat a lot. It's pretty simple. You're going down Dairy Queen, eat as much as you want.
Yeah, I guess so.
But I would be that guy. I would not be able to lose the weight after I gained something
I
for
mean, that's
a
what I
role.
was
I
wondering,
would
how-
never be able to.
Yeah, I wouldn't dare do that. I just have to...
I'd be healthy for the rest of my life.
Definitely.
Because I put on 5, I keep it for the rest of my life. It just doesn't go away.
I mean, I'm at that point where I think I can just look at something or smell it and, like, gain 10 pounds.
Oh, how do people...
Age changes everything.
It does. As we look at it, as we remember a few weeks ago, remember the immigrants that died in the back of the 18-wheeler?
Yes,
They
that's
made an
horrible.
arrest of a guy that was transporting some more in. How does that work? He says his deal to get into the United States was that he had to drive them. He had to pay back. They charged him $8,000 to make it to America. He didn't have the money, so he started driving trucks for them to smuggle people into the United States.
I'd love to know who they are
I would
that's
say
paying
cartel,
in. Yeah, the
is
cartel.
what I would say. If I
So
were guessing.
basically, our government is pretty much allowing the cartel to flourish, you know.
Well, by not doing anything at the
Right.
border, yes.
Yeah.
They like it. Business is good. Just come and do as you please. Pretty soon you no longer have a country.
Right.
That's how those things work there. I found this, and I wanted to show the picture here because it is so, they look so much alike. Do you remember this scene here from Con Air? Let me pull this up. Remember that?
Yeah.
All right, that's it. All right, Aaron Rodgers, who is a quarterback, he showed up for practice, and this is the way he looked. Let me show you this. Does he not look just like him?
Yeah, he does favor him a lot. He does.
They're saying that he's taking the Con Air look. He's Nicolas Cage there.
So he come to practice.
Yeah,
like
showed
that.
up practice dressed like that. The two pictures are almost identical.
They are. It's kind of like he was watching Con Air before he decided to get ready.
That's another one of those movies that if it comes on, you're stuck. You can't turn the channel. It would be like wrong to do that. That teddy bear, as he has to hurt him there.
Yeah.
We go back to Chicago next of a story because criminals just, well, they're not scared anymore. Walked into a liquor store, brought him a big old bag and just filled it up and just looked at him as he stole. They done nothing.
He was wearing an ankle monitor. Now, I might be wrong, but I thought if you have an ankle bracelet on, you're pretty much not supposed to leave the house.
Right, but oh yeah, we got rid of the police, so there's not enough people to go make arrests when they do wrong now.
Okay. I guess the liquor store didn't do
They just stood there and watched
the
him.
waiter app
Yeah,
or whatever you call it. Yeah.
it's just
they don't
shocking
deliver.
as we look at all of this. Now, I want to go to Daily Mail put this story out, and I don't understand exactly what happened, but a guy was filling up a gas tank in the back of his car. 5-gallon gas can. Let me just show you this, how this looks. Let me pull this up. Let me let that recycle through that again of what happened. Here it comes. Get ready to look at that. Be careful out there.
The guy is on a cell phone, I think, that's walking right there.
You think that could have...
I've always heard to not use a cell phone while you're pumping gas because something spark. It could cause a... I don't
Yeah.
know. I've heard that. So maybe that had something to do with it. Who knows?
Dangerous there.
Yeah.
Where is all of my fire department boys that can answer these questions for me when we need an answer of
Yeah.
what happened?
This poor guy that got blown onto the ground over there.
Now, this is
Scary.
tragedy, and I urge everybody, this happened to a British tourist with family. They went on a helicopter ride. They're getting off, and he wants to take a picture. He's staring at his cell phone, and what happens? He walks into the rotor of the helicopter, instantly killed, 22 years old, as his parents watch from the second helicopter of what happened.
Oh, my goodness.
You can't, oh, my heavens.
Oh, my gosh. I can't.
But always, because you've seen the video of people doing this, they fall in
Right.
drain holes, they'll walk
yeah.
into a fountain inside of a mall.
Yeah.
Gosh.
Yeah, that's scary.
Cindy Hatcher wants to wish her brother, Dusty Rivers, a happy birthday. Born in 1955, she says. Hope it's a big birthday for him
Happy
there.
birthday, Dusty.
No word yet of if everybody's recovering from the big party at Cow Creek yesterday as Britt Gully celebrated his. Hadn't heard back how that party went.
Well, Britt, we hope you had a wonderful birthday.
A few of the things that's happening. Don't rush off. We got a lot more to talk about this morning as we begin this early Wednesday. We do hope you're having a wonderful time.
Yes.
More on the way. The Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville has these great savings this week. Fresh peaches, $1.99 a pound. Large tomatoes, $1.79 a pound. Red, yellow, or orange bell peppers, 2 for $3. Fresh plums, $2.99 each. Vidalia onions, a 3-pound bag, $3.99. Coca-Cola 12-pack 12-ounce cans, 2 for $11. And certified Angus beef top sirloin, $5.99 a pound.
And we're down home, down the street, Piggly Wiggly.
One of the most important places to you is your home. That's why Patrick Allen Companies is proud to provide style, functionality, and security to your home. There's nothing quite like a well-designed overhead garage door or vinyl replacement windows, or the safety of a storm shelter to help your family feel protected. Patrick Allen offers doors and windows for commercial and industrial with dozens of innovative designs. Patrick Allen Companies, safety, service, and satisfaction.
Just about anything that you're looking for, you're going to find right here at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply. They've been doing business since 32 there. T-shirts and a whole lot more, and including all this fishing equipment that you might need as we all want to go out and enjoy the water. They got Zebco and a lot of other great brands, from sod to taking care of what's in your backyard, making it comfortable to relax after a long day. Patio furniture. Got all these little knickknacks for yard ornaments as well that you'll find there in the garden center. Flower shop to make it all look good for you. See them there. Drop in. See what's there waiting for you, from flowers to a whole lot more. As we mentioned, these cool T-shirts to wear, short sleeve shirts if you're going to be doing fishing. And if you're a working guy, need you a ball cap, maybe you need a set of overalls. They got that even blue jeans with comfortable shoes and work boots to make it through the day. They'll protect your feet, and even when it's muddy, they got those also. From your pets to that diet food for certain pets, they have to have that. They got all that for you there, including all your horse and cattle feed. You'll find it there with corn, a whole lot more. Guns, ammo, scopes, binoculars. It's a great place to shop. The Lauderdale County Farm Supply, exit 151, right off the interstates where you're going to find them today. They opened up 7:30 this morning. Be there till a little after 5 today.
You can find it just about anything you need at the Lauderdale County Farm Supply.
Sure can there.
Gifts.
Right up on the story, as we all remember, she was like the woman of the 90s. She broke all records and sold so many albums. Shania Twain. Remember her? Were you a big fan of that?
Yeah, I used to love listening to her music. Mm-hmm.
I'm told Chris Reed used to walk around singing that song. Man, I feel like a woman tonight. But, you know, she would regularly black out, they said, because she had Lyme disease. That's caused from a tick, isn't it?
Yeah, from what I understand it is, yeah.
She was always afraid that she'd fall off the stage from this.
I know somebody or a couple of people that have had Lyme disease, and it's horrible. I mean, the stuff they go through and all the medicines you have to take, it's a big, bad deal right there.
I've never had anything like that, but it's a sickening disease there.
But they say, you know, if you do get bit by a tick, watch and make sure that where you got the bite mark, it doesn't get like a target shape around it, like a red circle. You got to watch it. So.
And right now, we're full of that season in the South right now. Be careful what you've got going on.
That's right.
Kimberly says they're still celebrating the Cow Creek Cowboys' birthday today. Go, Britt. Hope you get a big old birthday present there.
So Britt's going to be playing tonight. That's what it looks
Whereabouts
like.
is he there?
One of the cabins up at the fair.
Oh,
With
him and
Scott McQuaig.
9 p.m. at the fair.
That'd be nice.
Always fun to do that. I didn't realize they were looking at replacing somebody on The View, but it looks like they will be, as Meghan McCain is going to be replaced. She's going to be replaced with one of Trump's White House communications director. Her name is Alicia Fair Griffin, if I'm pronouncing her name right. Did you say her first name, Elisa?
Alyssa, Farrah Griffin. Let's just say a little prayer for her, because you know that they're going to rip her to shreds probably.
I would not do. Well, you're outnumbered.
Yeah.
And that's also a show on Fox, isn't it, called Outnumbered?
It probably is. I have not seen it. But yeah, they definitely need like one more person that could back her maybe in a conversation. But I think I'd like to see all of them replaced myself, you know. Get some neutral people on there who can not just tear into a guest, when they come on the show and make them look bad.
That's what gets their ratings, though. They're not about to change that format. Right. St. Louis has seen the heaviest of flooding they've seen in 100 years. All over the city of St. Louis, it's flooding. It's just person after person as they try to rescue people. Hate that. We keep them in our thoughts there as this comes across
definitely.
here. The trial is underway there for Alex Jones. As he's being sued, he's taken to court over the Sandy Hook claims. He said for years it never happened, showed pictures. They had enough, and the family sued him. He's in court today.
I was thinking that he already...
He's been found guilty. Now it's going to be sentencing and all of that above. What's going to really happen with that? Researchers are telling us that, drinking, it really does age you quicker. So if you like a little too much of the bottle, it'll make you age. Just if you're trying to watch that beauty.
Yeah.
Don't be overdoing it.
That's right. Yeah, I've heard that wine can make you swell up.
But isn't it supposedly? I've always been told that one glass of red wine is supposed to be good for your heart and everything about your body a day.
I don't know.
Isn't it said?
I might have to try that. I don't know.
Should be dragging a bottle behind her tomorrow. Ooh, look up.
Oh, you said one glass. Oh, I'm sorry. I thought you said 5.
That's the rumor. I don't know if that's true or not.
No.
Always heard that all of my life there.
Yeah.
Well, we're getting near the end of the show today, and we appreciate everybody coming by and spending some time with us.
Yes.
As this hour has flown once again.
It has. It flies by every day. But we do hope you have a wonderful day today. And the sunshine, I think, is going to be with us today.
We got a slight, it's only 20% chance after 1 o'clock. Otherwise, it's just going to be downright hot, as you said. 94 for the high. We got a heat index that's going to bump 99 degrees. Again, the hours between 10 and 7. Stay indoors if you can. Go fishing about 7 o'clock.
Yep.
Don't be putting the clothes out on the line in between y'all.
That's right.
Thank y'all so much for being a part of the show. We appreciate you.
The Scotty Ray Report is brought to you by our following partners: